Cards and Cannabis, Season 1, Episode 9, coming to the end of the season. I think the seasons run 10 episodes before they transition into the next season. And, well, great day. Got a lot of stuff to cover, so many different things to hit. I don't even know where to start. But we're going to start today with the card review because the NBA season is underway. This is the time of year where I dial in. This is my sport to follow. I love all sports. I love competition, but basketball, I definitely appreciate because it's the one sport I didn't play. The stuff these guys do, absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe what they do, and I respect it because I can't do it, and that's why it draws me to it. Football, baseball, those were my sports that I personally played all the way through college, and love them to death. Had a great experience, but I ain't getting paid, and I don't know. Hockey, another sport I definitely respect. What those guys do on an eighth of an inch of steel is absolutely out of this world. So we got two topics that we want to hit up, and we're going to start with cards first. Like I said, NBA season. I'm here at Delaware Valley, and 76ers are the team that I'm pulling for. They're my hometown squad. And needless to say, man, we got some big additions. We got Paul George coming in a little bit late in his career, but needless to say, great addition, I believe. To be honest, I was really stoked when they brought in James Harden. And James came in. It was a big three. Maxey, we didn't know he was Maxey yet. He was a rookie. Basically, in his second season, 2021, 2022, things didn't play out with Ben Simmons. And needless to say, that was the end of that. We got a lot of hope coming in, though. But it's going to be contingent on my man, JoJo. This right here is a Joel Embiid 2014 Panini Select Silver Prism rookie card number 90, Gem Mint 10. PSA, and what a beautiful card when you see it in the light. And some of these guys, when they're presenting these cards for sale, they get it just like right there where it's bling blinging. And humans, man, we got a lot of tendencies just like animals do, but we're attracted to shiny objects, man, just like birds and fish. So needless to say, this Prism Silvers, these are bomb. And whenever you get a rookie card, I mean, you want to grab that Silver Prism if possible. Now we obviously moving into Topps Chrome. And they're going to make some shiny stuff in that edition as well. I can't wait to get to the strand of the day because this was definitely dope. But Sixers is going to be contingent on the health of Joel Embiid through these 82 games. And we're really going to need all hands on deck. The Sixers going to need to really step up. Obviously, you got the new CBA rules. And Boston looking like they want to come back and double it up. You know what I mean? And I don't hate on them. When you got the opportunity to do it, you got to do it. And it just comes down to staying healthy and the depth on those benches, man. So some of these starters can get some decent rest. You know, they can accelerate that lead. And in the NBA now, man, it's crazy. Like, you'll get up to 100 points in the third quarter. And you could have a 25, you could have a 30-point lead going into the fourth. I mean, it's nothing these days, man. These dudes all shoot the three. Everybody's a killer. And games are getting decided in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. Well, when you got teams now, and good teams are basically comprised of teams stacked with three guys that could start basically on any other team, right? You look at Boston, you got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and then they got a list of guys that could be number 3. You know, Porzingis is in there. He making himself known. You got New York now in the East, right? New York obviously came out and showed that they are here to play. Jalen Brunson, man, what that guy did for his team last year, and then they go out and they just bring in Cat. And I don't know how that's going to play out, but it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Cat does when he is the big man on the court. You know, he's not going to be sharing space anymore with Buddy up there in Minnesota, Mr. Defensive Player of the Year every year. So it's like we're going to get to see what that team does. And then you got Philly, and then you got Miami is always pose themselves as a threat. You got all these other teams in there. So it's going to take Maxey, Embiid, and Paul George to really get on their A game. But it's going to take the rest of the Sixers to fill in to give these guys some rest. You know, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see basketball this year. There's 3 things I'm going to be watching. Obviously, my squad, the Sixers. But I'm also, before, everybody, all eyes are on Wembanyama. All eyes are going to be on Wemby. Everybody wants to see if this guy's the next LBJ or if this is the next MJ. And I saw you got one look last night at Orlando. Chris Paul, Lob City, bringing it back at Air Cub. You know that ball went up there. You're like, who going to get it? Who going to get it? And out of nowhere comes his arm. And there's Victor. Big number 1 coming in. So we all going to be watching Victor Wembanyama. But before with Victor Wembanyama, everybody was talking about Ant-Man. No, the only reason they were talking about Ant-Man, I believe, no hate against Ant-Man, but the only reason they were talking about Ant-Man is because Ja Morant was not on the court last year. 9 games, and man, with 9 games, he done lit it up, got you excited. Ja came out, played his first preseason game, his first minutes the other day, and Buddy looked rusty. As a Ja Morant fan, Ja looked rusty. So, only direction for that young kid is up or out. And I don't think that it's the latter of the two. I really think Ja's got something to prove. Something tells me that Ja is that guy that wants to prove it. And needless to say, it's going to be exciting because, man, just watch the kid's highlight film. To be honest, Ja Morant got me excited to watch the NBA again. I was like, oh my goodness, there's Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, and Derrick Rose all in one. So it'll be exciting to see. So those are the 3 things I'm going to be watching this year. Obviously, everybody's going to be following LeBron and seeing how he ends his career. You know, Steph's in timeout with me. He getting a little bit big in the head, showing some ego, which is unnatural to me. But I'm a Steph investor, collector, and a believer in, you know. And I just hope like he doesn't get a humbling. Because sometimes when dudes' egos run rampant and they become attention seekers, they become money seekers, the thing that you chase is the thing you end up losing. And like LeBron has been stated since day one that he was chasing greatness. It has not been given to him yet. Michael Jordan is given greatness because he never has said he's the greatest. The one time that it was ever uttered was in that infamous, y'all know, that apparently in his MJ camp, that one kid from high school came in and was reckless, brother. We'd be reckless stepping on the court with MJ, talking all that nonsense. And apparently the kid was humble. But Mike had to let him know, I am the greatest player on the planet, and this is why I'm going to show you, and gave him an education. And but outside of that, you never heard Mike say that. I've never heard him say it. Somebody tell me when he said it. I mean, I haven't heard him say it. I know he knows it, but he doesn't say it. You don't need to. Like Master Bruce, like Sifu, like he didn't have to tell anybody. When you walk in the room, people know. When you done something, they know. You get in a room with some fighters. I got some friends that are professional MMA fighters, fought in the UFC, trained UFC fighters right here locally. It's funny, the guys that you know it will be a problem when you mix it up, you just know. That's not that guy. Not that guy. Needless to say, I believe in JoJo and I believe in what the Sixers put together this year, but I am not going to jump on Paul George's train. I really thought with James Harden that James would come down here and it would be that time. Didn't happen. Apparently him and Daryl Morey couldn't figure it out. Hopefully James figures it out. But it's all about longevity. It's all about staying healthy. And that's why we rocking with efit.space. They got this product. I'm drinking it right now. This is amazing. This is Muscle Multiplier. These are essential amino acids, right? Not the branch chain amino acids, the essential amino acids. This is watermelon. This tastes amazing. Total carbohydrates, only 3 grams, 25 calories, but it gives you all the leucine, all the whole bunch of arginine in here. We got all the essentials. We got a bunch of other stuff that I can't pronounce the name because that wedding cake is straightening me out. But great products from efit.space, helping us out with our longevity. They also got these other products, these twist tubes. I got that in here. So this is actually watermelon raspberry. This product has 3 to 5 grams of glucosamine chondroitin. So I can just get that in there because you got to protect them joints, stay healthy. But it's good to have good American-based companies that pride themselves in putting out the best product organically. It's USDA certified, organic, NSF Sports certified, WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency approved, and great products, efit.space. Check them out. All of our sponsors are amazing, and they got great stuff to talk about, stuff that I use on a daily basis, and I can wholeheartedly put my personal seal of approval, outside of the fact that they offer a 90-day, 100% money-back guarantee on all the products. Bomb. So, going into that bud that we was smoking. Woo, burp it. Look at these big old buds. Look at these big boys. This be wedding cake. And if it focuses in, if it doesn't, but this is nice, thick, dense buds. This is let's check out, because we are on Leafly. Leafly is a great place for you to get the data. A little bright in there. I'll read it to you. This is a hybrid cannabis strand, meaning a little bit of indica, a little bit of sativa. It has 24% THC, and the CBG is 1%. Now, listen to what I'm going to tell you here, because this is a biggie. If I can get over here, we have this article here, and I'll read the heading here, and this is from marijuanamoment.net. You could check this article out. It says lesser known marijuana components, we like to call cannabis, but some people still call it marijuana. It's not weed. This is a sophisticated plant. They should have never called it a weed. You try to grow it. My weeds in my yard, they grow automatically. Try to grow this. Man, I've never gotten it past like that big. Something happens and I blow it. That's why I really respect the people, and I see now, because I have tried to grow it to cut costs, but to get the product down right, like these guys are putting out this stuff. I mean, the curing process, amazing. Like, I can't do it. I respect it. I'm an enthusiast for it. This is what I'm about to tell you, though. Lesser known marijuana components like CBG and THCV are promising treatments for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? They always used to say, if you smoke this, you'll lose your memory. Homie, that's why I started smoking. I was trying to forget about certain things that had happened in life, and I just wanted to chill. I need a minute. I want to chill out. I did it one time before with alcohol. Self-medicating, hindsight, is a bad idea. Always get advice. Wisdom comes from a multitude of counselors. Go talk to your doctor. Go talk to a good friend. Go talk to a pastor at a church. Somebody that's got invested interest in your success, but is still offering a third-party, non-biased opinion. And then collect the data for yourself and make a decision. Cannabis, I wholeheartedly believe, after the age of 21, if someone was to revert to cannabis for maybe, I want to try an ulterior option to treating some situation I'm dealing with, not necessarily stress, depression, anxiety, but maybe some people are like, I get migraine headaches. I am a big consumer of CBD. That's why I got this excess brand, because they also make CBD. And if we haven't rapped about that, next episode we'll talk about that, right? But there's a lot of different things. Epilepsy. I have people that purchase CBD from our company, and they tell me, man, I haven't had a seizure in 3 weeks. And this is somebody that was getting 1 to 2 seizures a week. And it's like, if we could just reduce some of that. I get the migraines, I get the glare. That's why I wear the glasses, all the bright lights, even that reflection over there off of that, it bothers me, right? But it's like, I don't want to take ibuprofen anymore. I don't want to take Zomig anymore. There was something that was prescribed to me for migraines. When I was in college, you know, I was taking like classes that required me to have 2.5 to 3 hours of lecture, right? You try getting kids to sit still today for that long, man. I don't even know how they doing it. They wanted me to take Adderall. They said, maybe you got attention deficit. And listen, this stuff worked, but it's like, come on, anybody that's ever taken Adderall knows, A, it's an amphetamine salt. B, it's a commitment. You're looking at this tablet and you're like, man, this is going to be 12 hours of go, go, go. And yeah, it got the job done. Not lying. I could definitely tell you they probably had some of the politicians on that stuff when they was doing certain things, propping them up. Raspberry and watermelon, great combo. But needless to say, it's like there's a lot of the pros and the cons. There's always we got to evaluate the pros and the cons all the time. And yes, this is a con. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is not healthy. Smoking blunts is not good. Even if you were to come down back to smoking the glass, there's nothing about inhalation of smoke that can justify, for me, can justify it being healthy. That's why I love our sponsor, Perfect Blast, because I can get what I'm looking for and need just by drinking it, right? And in small dosages, you see here, they say this is 0.03% by volume. And to me, that just means with that right balance of water, I'm still getting good filtration, good hydration. There's a lot of vitamin C in the product, which is obviously a diuretic. People know that's good to have that. They're finding other properties of vitamin C, like strengthening the walls of arteries and all these things of that nature. But this is just a great article, once again, showing that there are so many multifacets to this cannabis plant. Like my man, was it Bob Marley, Buddy Whaler, and Peter Tosh, right? Peter Tosh said, legalize it, right? Don't demonize it. And in the end of that song, when you hear him, he says it's good for asthma. He says it's good for cancer. He says a lot of different things. That song was back in the late 70s, maybe early 80s. Like, they knew then that this healing plant was medicinal by nature. And boom, boom. I'm just so happy that people have gotten it to the point where, at least in my state, it's legal. And I work for a company that's licensed and it's legal. So we went and even got fingerprinted with the CRC, the Cannabis Regulatory Committee in the state. It's a great thing. It's a good time. And as it rolls out and becomes federally accepted, then it'll be accepted by insurance companies. And it's like, you can really see that they'll be not having to always give people, the Oxycontins and the Percocets. A buddy of mine just had a tooth pulled, give them Percocets. We know, man, the cat's out of the bag. Like, this stuff is bad for the filtration. It's not organic. It's synthetic. And with the pros, there's the cons. And some of these cons, like kidney failure, liver, enzymes up. They're giving these dudes steroids for everything now. TRT, right? Come on, man. I'm plant-based now. And the Diaz brothers, they're the ones that kind of put it out there from an athletic perspective. We're vegan. We only, plant-based diet. That was a big concern with me. Am I going to lose my strength? It didn't happen. And we got some great products. The Nutrilite Company, the world's leader in sustainable organic farming. Check them out. We'll be reviewing some of their products in the future too. They're our official sponsor of the channel. And I'm just stoked. So, Cards of Cannabis. This is episode 9. We rolling. We having a good time. I hope you guys enjoy it. Joel Embiid. We got Wedding Cake. Great combo. We'll see y'all at the next one.